working in a foreign country, you have to have that kind of responsibility and a level of wisdom to understand that it is not their problem and their responsibility to let you understand what they're saying. You have to learn it on your own. You have to keep up to their level of language for you to understand and to create a conversation, to fight for something that is, you know, unjustifiable for with regards to your own standards.
Hey fam, so today we're diving into something very interesting.
Hi, I'm Maria,
Hi, I'm Goldie,
your Pinay nurses.
here in Finland.
What was your very first impression when you first landed here in Finland? Who's gonna answer first?
I think Goldie should answer first.
Okay.
Well, my very first impression here in Finland when I came is that it's a very peaceful country, and it's peaceful compared to our country, our motherland, Philippines. So, yeah.
How about you, Maria?
When I first came here in Finland, I think that it's too cold, it's too dark because I came here winter time. But I realized when I go to like a supermarket, the food are so cheap. Imagine less than €1 for hot dogs and sausages, and I think it's fun to live here in Finland.
That's all?
Yeah,
Your
actually, that's all.
impression? In regards to cultural adjustment, how did you guys adjust to the Finnish culture, especially if the patients or your coworkers are very quiet?
Well, I must say it's very difficult to create a conversation in a very difficult language like Finnish language, especially when we came here. The only confident words I can say is yes, I'm sorry, and thank you, and that's the only thing I can understand and comprehend. So it's very difficult and motivating at the same time because you have to understand your patients, your coworkers, because they have been trying to create a conversation. It's just that I don't know when to laugh. I don't know when to create like expression because in the beginning of the conversation, I did not understand anything that she said.
Okay,
That's
but how did you overcome it?
well, I had to learn the language in a very, very rigid way. Every day, I have created this post-its that has the Finnish, a Finnish word, and at the back of the post-it is the English translation. So every day, I put it in a jar, and then every day I pick 10 pieces of those, and then memorize it by heart. And then when I go to work, those 10 pieces, I should create a sentence and apply it to my patients. That's I think the way I learned it, like reading newspaper, watching movies. I didn't understand anything, but little by little it came.
Interesting. So it's clear that you don't need any Finnish language before coming here for you to be able to work in
you,
Finland.
you need it, but I didn't take it seriously back then. And when I came here, that's when I had my regrets that I should have, focused and learned it when I had the chance.
Thank you for answering that. How about you, Goldie?
Well, like I can agree with what Maria just said, that it's really hard. Like cultural differences is really a big thing in here, since like in the Philippines we see like our coworkers like get together, share foods, like eat and like
Yeah.
chat like every time. But in here, like their norm is that be silent, and they want their own space and their own time. And it's like when you have a break, it's like there you can hear like crickets, like what will I say? So that's one thing. That's one thing that is hard to adjust with. Oh, and also, of course, with the language barrier, and you don't know how to break the ice. So,
Yeah.
so you just keep quiet as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's one thing. I was like hard. Like it was hard
Yeah.
at first time, like with the cultural differences, in my own opinion.
How did you break the ice?
Well,
She was the ice.
I was not able to break it.
Yeah, the language broke her.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the next question is, how does nursing in Finland differ from nursing in the Philippines?
Well, during our harjoittelu in the hospital, like the practice training during
Yeah.
our school, like back in Philippines and back here, well, there's so much differences. So one thing is, yeah, you can go to emergency without like worrying about money, like how we'll pay your care or everything. So that's one thing. And also one thing I've learned about the healthcare here in Finland is that child's care is so very powerful. So since when like child from 0 age until 17, they're free of healthcare. So that's like so nice, and that's one thing as I see like big difference like from Philippines and here in Finland. So yeah.
All right. So what about you, Maria? How does nursing in the Philippines differ from nursing here in Finland?
I think I have to say that there is a very huge difference when it comes to healthcare system, because in the Philippines, when you need like blood samples and then like laboratories, you have to go straight to the hospital and take those requests by the doctor. But in here, if you are not capable to go to the hospital, a nurse will come to your home and get those samples and then send it to laboratories for checking. Aside from that, I think uh, you don't need to have like thousands of euros in your pocket to be accommodated in the hospital. Because if you were sent through ambulance, you will be treated first, and then after the treatment, once you're at home already, discharged and at home, then recover first, and then that's when you'll receive the bill for the treatment. But when it comes to skills, nursing skills, I must say there's no huge difference, because what we do in the Philippines is the same as what we do here in Finland. It's just that their equipments are at the top of the technology, and in the Philippines, I must say it's not so.
Like it's behind.
Yeah, it's behind. But when it comes to skills, I must say and confidently say that we can match the skills of the Finnish nurses here in Finland.
Maria, could you clarify? You mentioned a while ago that the nurse would come to your place and take the blood samples, let's say, for
Yeah.
an instance. But how do the patient do that? Can they call a specific hospital so that the nurse, they can send a nurse to their home or something? Could you explain or elaborate?
For example, a patient experiences some symptoms that worries them so much, then that's when they'll call what we call terveys asema here in Finland. Terveys asema is like a primary healthcare in the Philippines, and that's per city. They will have to call it terveys asema, and then they will speak to sairaanhoitaja, nurses in Finland, and then doctors. If the doctors, for example, if the doctor, for example, requested for like laboratories, and for some instance you cannot go to terveys asema for the blood samples to be taken, then they will set up an appointment for you, that a nurse from Koti Sairala perhaps, or Koti Hoito if you are under the Koti Hoito services, will go to your house and take those samples, drop it in a laboratory, and then once the result is out, then the doctor will call the patient for the results.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. So now we're going to move on to the language and communication. Ever had a moment wherein a language barrier caused a funny or awkward situation at work?
A lot.
Yeah, it's just not a moment, but moments.
Yeah.
Could you give us an example?
I think Goldie should go first.
Actually, it's this one instance is not like really like at work related, but I was going to work at that time. So it was, I remember it was summertime here in Finland. It was my first year and I was on my way going to work. So I was walking because my apartment is just near. And then there was one grandma who approached me and she was in her car. She rolled down her window and then asked me, "Where is the Yuna Asema?" So it's the train station. So me, I thought my Finnish language is so good. What I understand is just the Asema, the station, and there's this near. It was the Terves Asema. It was the health center near our workplace. So confidently with a heart, I told her, "Oh, it's there." I showed her the way. So the station is there. Go there, straight ahead. And she was like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, no problem. You're welcome." And then she went there, and then I was behind because she was in her car. She dropped, and then she looked confused. So I was like confused first, and then I walked fast, going to my work, and then I like thinking back. Oh, she's pertaining to the train station. So, like, yeah, oh, that's why she's so confused. So, yeah,
And now, poor woman, she's lost.
yeah. Now she was lost. So, yeah, that was for me. How about you?
Now, this is the word that I will never forget in my entire stay in Finland, because my supervisor back then told me that we have a patient who has sieni, which means sieni in Finnish language, which means mushroom, and at the same time fungi. And then she told me one of our patients has mushroom
In her feet.
in her feet.
Okay.
Because I'm a gossiper, I was so intrigued. It did not allow me to have a bit of like hesitation and rationalization that how can a mushroom be
On someone's foot.
on someone's foot, specifically on the nails. So when they were asking me, "Do you want to take care of this patient?" And I said confidently, "Yes," because I want to see what kind of mushroom is in her nails. And then when I removed her sock, that's when I told myself, "You stupid Maria, it's fungi." Fungi. Sieni is another term for fungi. And then my supervisor asked me, or Ohiaya asked me, "Did you see the sieni in the patient's foot?" Yeah, I saw it. And it's not, I was actually imagining like small, very, very small mushroom in there, magically growing in the nails. So, yeah. And then one time someone called me huara, which means bitch in Finnish. And then I was smiling with my full eyes closed like this. "Yes, you need help." And then that's when one of my Finnish coworkers told me that it means like this. And then I blushed through my ears. Oh, that's what it means. And I was like smiling, like walking towards her, like, oh my God, that's very embarrassing. And there's a few more, thousands of more, but I think that would be enough.
Yeah, but how did you feel about that when you realized what's the meaning of that word and then you were just laughing and just
No, I did not blame the patient at all, because I think working in a foreign country, you have to have that kind of responsibility and a level of of wisdom to understand that it is not their problem and their responsibility to let you understand what they're saying. You have to learn it on your own. You have to keep up to their level of language for you to understand and to create a conversation, to fight for something that is, you know, unjustifiable for with regards to your own standards.
Okay, but how about you, Goldie? Do you have anything like that experience? Just like with Maria?
I don't know. I actually don't remember anymore, but like the thing that I remember the most is like every time my coworker asks me to do, or like they say about something, I just like respond, yeah, without me.
Remember the kur pizza?
Oh yeah, one thing
It
is
was
like the
very
cool pizza.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
I
What's
only
kur pizza, by the way?
kur pizza is like pumpkin.
pumpkin.
And then
Okay.
it's Halloween. She
Mhm.
asked me, "Do you want to go to kur pizza?" And I was so confident. I only understood pizza, and I told her, "No, I don't like pizza."
Yeah.
And then she laughed and then she said, "It's pumpkin.
Yeah, like
It's
it's
pumpkin,
time,
Maria,
like yeah, it's
pumpkin."
because it was time like in her homes to crave the pumpkin head.
Yes.
And I asked her if she wanted to like do it because she's creative. I know she's creative, so she'll do like perfectly, like creating
Mm.
like pumpkin head like for Halloween. So I asked her if she wanted to do that, but she said like no, sorry, I don't like pizza. I was like what? No, it's not like the pizza that you eat. It's the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. There's a lot, but I try to forget it all.
I understand why.
Yeah.
But with regards to, let's say, your school, how did you overcome the language barrier?
No,
Like, are they teaching Finnish or are they teaching it in English?
they're teaching in Finnish, and it came little by little. You don't need to force it like too much at the level that you are stressed when it comes to the
Like a
language.
professional
Yeah,
Finnish.
like a professional Finnish, because you will never be a native Finnish
Yeah.
speaker. So you just need to accept that you will make mistakes along the way, but it will come little by little. You will learn word per word every day. Every day is a new like learning process.
Yeah.
Even as we are here in Finland for 5 years, and we can never say never that we are a good,
Fluent.
not even fluent, a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
Finnish speaker. We are not even at that level.
Yeah. Just not easy.
Let's talk about a little bit serious.
Yeah.
What keeps you going on a difficult days?
Living alone is very difficult, I must say. Eating alone, you go to work in the morning, come home in the afternoon, and you will still need to think of what food to cook, and then clean the house, do the laundry. It's all by yourself.